Well, in the U.S., you have various checks and balances. So it's designed to avoid concentration of power. And one of the checks and balances is the states. So the states have a lot of power. You don't see this in Europe or really anywhere else. And I think we're going to see a clash between states like Texas, Wyoming, who are really going down the freedom and Bitcoin path. And that could lead to a civil war. I think instead of saying like, is this going to be a revolutionary war? I think more likely it would be a civil war. I think Texas might want to secede. And because they're getting an influx of people from California now and New York, and they may and they have pressure on their southern border, so they may just I think the more likely outcome would be a civil war. Completely, yeah, we see it right now. It's coalition from all facets are rallying behind, because you can't really get anything done with it unless you have. So, I mean, Warren has it, and even AOC an agenda, and some of those ideas worth. And on the other side of the spectrum, you have more hardcore who have, but none of them are worth considering. The fiat money world, none of them. So on the right, every war that they put forward is based on fiat. And on the left, every program they put forward is based on fiat money. So none of it works under a fiat money standard. And the way this is all playing out now, the way this is going visible is through inflation. So the inflation genie has come out of the bottle. And they've kept it hidden now for decades, really since going back to 1971. But now the game is up. Now there's really no way to hide and that's going to put a lot of pressure on everybody. Every jurisdiction feeling the pressures of inflation, and the central bank will be pretending it doesn't. And that's going to cause a revolution. No taxation without representation. Inflation is a tax. America started a revolutionary war over a $12 tea. And tell us what we're going to do now that add on to already the tax of Obamacare, the corporate tax written by a corporation that's enforced by the federal. Think about that. At some point, Americans say, basta, fuck you. Right. Well, right now, it means having fun. So we have these events once a month, and we invite, people get together. We have a show. We have guests. It's all Bitcoin orange pilling. And so it's a fun lifestyle. And basically the toxic maximalism is a moat, and to keep out the shit coins, the Ethereum, the ICOs, the fiat money world, right? We want all those on the other side of the moat, and in the moat of maximalism are alligators, and it's on fire, and we want to keep all that shit out. We're living in the Citadel, and we're happy in the Citadel. We're having a lot of fun in the Citadel, and and so that's where the toxic maximalism is all about. Like I'm not being ambiguous here. I'm not interested even in one scintilla in anything that any shitcoiner has to say at all. I just want to make that point clear. So we'll make it as toxic as possible. And so it serves as the same way a moat, would be useful in protecting and as a line of defense on the Citadel. So, and I think also to get all the benefits of Bitcoin really come with maximalism, because when with Bitcoin maximalism, you begin to really reap the total reward, because Bitcoin has many layers to the stack. It's philosophical, it's metaphysical, it's technical, it's financial, it's sociological, it's psychological. There's a lot of different layers to the stack. And really, it's, to really appreciate all that happening simultaneously across the board, you really need to just be on a maximalist frame.
Before we continue, help us clicking that YouTube like button and subscribe now to our channel. This shows the algorithm that you valued this information, and it helps us spread that message. Sharing is caring. And now, let's continue.
Once you begin to hedge your bet, or you begin to play around, you may compromise. And you make compromises in a way that reduce your enjoyment and reduce the benefits that come with Bitcoin. It's the first time in history that money's been separated from state. I mean, this is a remarkable achievement. Remember, Einstein separated energy from matter with E equals mc squared. He gave us the atomic age, and it changed life profoundly forever. So Satoshi Nakamoto has separated the state from money, and that's equally, explosive, if you will. It's equally powerful. It'll just changes everything, right? So to fully appreciate it, to fully live it, And the orange pill lifestyle, or the toxic maximalist lifestyle, is to be maximalist. The other thing is to say that if you're seeing people in a burning building, you wouldn't want to say, "Oh, excuse me, Giles, but that building's on fire. You might want to consider running out now before you burn up." Right? You're going to be more like, "Hey, get the fuck out of the burning building." Right? I mean, we're shouting sometimes because the fiat money and the shitcoin world and the NFTs and the ICOs and the state-sponsored digital garbage, that's like putting your head in the oven, turning on the gas, and falling asleep. So we're saying, no, don't do that. Do the Bitcoin thing, and you don't have to go through that pain. Well, I have the benefit of having been through this for 10 years and having seen the entire shitcoin market develop. And having invented a virtual specialist and a virtual myself that has a patent. And so there's nobody in the space actually that has more experience than I do. It goes back 30 years. So I'm bearing the wisdom of 30 years experience. And then going back to my Wall Street, the beginning of the derivatives and beginning of that happened in the 1980s regulation, and then, bringing that all to bear and say, this is what I've come to conclusion. And I've heard all of your argument. It's like people asking, we should be open-minded about socialism, right? You always hear that from the socialists. They're always to be open-minded about. It's never worked, ever. Collectivism is dead on, but we just haven't gotten the right one yet. And I'm like, no, that's not the story. It doesn't work. It doesn't work in practice. It doesn't work in theory. So every single shitcoin is either absolutely or relatively central. And that's the key differentiation between everything else and Bitcoin. Bitcoin is absolutely decentralized. It's truly decentralized. Nothing else is, either absolutely not or relatively not. That's the key differentiating point. If you show me anyone, who wants to come with an idea that they say you need to be open-minded about, I can, within 90 seconds, show that it's either relatively or absolutely centralized shit. And that applies to all 10,000 shitcoins, all NFTs, all ICOs, all central bank digital currencies. That's the dividing line: decentralized versus centralized. So I'm open-minded to the degree that I can very quickly tell you why your project is centralized, and therefore, since it's not decentralized, and it's not the discovery of absolute scarcity. It's like saying, to Einstein, E equals MC squared is great, but you should be open-minded. You should be open-minded about that, Einstein. Why are you so fixated on M? Why don't you say P? P is a good letter too. You're being toxic. You're a relativity maximalist, toxic maximalist, Einstein. Or how about Copernicus? Hey, Copernicus, you say that it's not the Earth at the center, but it's sun at the center. You should be open-minded. And I think it's my Uncle Joey. He's at this of our solar system. It's Uncle Joey. You're being a toxic, sun-centric maximalist, Copernicus. What's wrong with you? And of course, the church actually said that. Or, hey, Galileo, you're being a toxic maximalist. You go right down the list. Every major breakthrough has had people saying you need to be more open-minded.
What to do in such a situation? Inform yourself and keep your financial education strong. We from the Compact Group offer our loyal subscribers a free educational portal with first-hand monetary, financial, and economic knowledge. Enter our invite-only Insider Club by clicking the link below. You will get access to first-class information far earlier than the rest. We have prepared a special deal for all our members where you can access a giant pool of Robert Kiyosaki's financial wisdom for just $1. To find out more, simply click the link below and join our Insider Club absolutely free. But there is more you can and should do. Build up several streams of income. More and more people realize that they have to take their future in their own hands, but they don't know how and where to start. We from Compact offer our Insider Club members unique opportunities. Strengthen your financial muscle and get the edge. Click the link below. Become part of our free Insider Club. No financial obligations. But there's one important thing you have to know. You have to become active. So do it now. Become active and see you on the other side.